with my deepest regret, I have to sell you all. Because we were slipping on passengers, and we needed money. So if I sell you, I'll get more money to build more engines. I signed a contract not so long ago. I just confirmed it this morning. You're all leaving tomorrow. The engines were very sad. They didn't want to leave the railway or abandon each other. I knew this would happen, whimpered Aiden. You can't sell us, growled William. Why would you do that? Whimpered Aiden again. As I said, engines, I needed the money. You're not a nice controller, are you? Whatever, William. Just go pack. Tomorrow is your last day, and by last day I mean you're leaving tomorrow. He strode away. The engines didn't know what to think. Let's meet in the yard, then we'll figure out what we'll do. It was the engine's final day. All were very, very sad. Any final words? Said the controllers. Well, said William, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to be your older brother. You're all really wonderful. Burst out crying, but he held it in. I just want to say it was a pleasure working with you all, and I'm gonna miss you all so much. Wherever I go, I'll hold you all in my hearts. Good. Thanks, William. You, Chris. I love you guys so much, and I think you're all amazing with your own different personalities. Anyway, I love you guys so much. You're the best brothers I could ever ask for. Thanks, Caleb. No, sorry, not thanks, Caleb. I mean, it's on to you, Caleb. Silly me. Caleb, yeah, whatever. I mean, sure, I guess I love you guys so much. And you're the best brothers I ever asked for, but I mean, whatever. I missed you guys so much. I mean, whatever. I so don't care. I guess it's time for us to go. I love you guys. We love you too, William. Well, guys, I guess I better go start heading for the dock now. Bye, William. I'm out, guys. See you later. I think the Bluebell Railway will be happy to have me. You guys know where to find me. Miss, I'm sorry. I guess I better head for Sodor. Goodbye, Bryson. I'll never forget you. Thomas's adventures were just beginning, but that's another story for next time. One day, Thomas finally arrived on his new railway. He originally thought he would be on Sodor, but his controller corrected him. Excuse me, he saw an engine coming. Excuse me, could you point me to the station? The engine that was passing by was going very fast. Save yourselves! Save the passengers! He yelled as he ran straight by Thomas. Thomas was very confused. So I keep going forward then? But the engine already disappeared. Then an explosion sounded out. small red engine raced straight for Thomas. "Help! Save yourself!" Oof! He didn't know whether to be shocked or concerned. More engines rattled straight for Thomas. "Do hurry up," said one of the tank engines, "or we'll be blasted to smithereens." "I don't get it. What's happening?" asked Thomas. "Wake up and smell the smoke," answered the red engine. "It's the World War. We have to hurry and go to the dock so we can hop on a ship and get out of this place before it burns down into a smoky giant hole in the ground." "You still don't get what's happening. You'll understand when you're alive and you survive this war." "World War? What do you mean, World War?" "I don't know exactly, but I do know that some men made a deal with these other men, and they didn't really keep their end of the deal. That's all I know. First, men should really apologize." "Oh, but men have a really big ego, and they don't like to admit that they're right. No, I mean, that they're not wrong. They try to make it seem like it's the other person's fault when they know it's their own fault. So I don't see any chances of them apologizing to each other and giving it a big bear hug." It is a world war. It's basically when two people are so stupid and can't work out their differences, so they decide to take it out on the world, I think. "Oh, whatever happened to morality? Why don't they just give each other one big bear hug?" "Little tank engine, I'm not sure. Maybe one person thought they were better than the other, and the other person didn't like that, so they started a war. I don't know." So the engines fussed into the docks. Some engines felt battered and tired from the really big run in the rush. All the rest exclaimed, "You mean we're finally gonna get off this island? Hooray!" But their happiness was soon paused. From the sidings they heard a whistle and a voice screaming for help. "Help! Help! I've sunk into the water! Help me! Please!" "Shouldn't we help him?" asked Thomas. "It's his own fault and his own problem," replied the engine cynically. "It's not our fault that he's stuck in the water. It's just our duties to get off this island," he answered unsympathetically. "No," said Thomas. "Friends don't leave friends behind. I'm not exactly sure what your relationship with him is, but whatever it is, you can't just leave him there while the war is happening. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go back and help him." "What? No, don't do that. Don't be silly. We're all supposed to leave together." "You're right," answered Thomas. "We are supposed to go together. All of us, even the engines that are still out there." "Okay, I'll try to hold off the ship while you go and rescue that engine. You got spunks, little tank engine. I admire that." Thomas smiled slightly, then he puffed backwards to go help the engine. So Thomas raced back to go see who the engine was that was in trouble. Thomas found the austerity tank engine that was stuck in the water. "What happened?" he asked. He was very concerned. I fell in the water," answered the engine in a slightly rude way. It was a mix between rude and sarcastic. "How did you fall in?" he asked Thomas. "Well, duh. It was the World War. I got super scared. Didn't see where I was going. Switched onto the wrong track and went in here. My driver and fireman cowardly ran away, leaving me here." That's my. That's horrible. Friends should never leave friends behind. Don't worry. I'm coming to help you. Thomas came up to the engine. "Be careful," said the engine. "My wheels are very rusty since I was in this water for like 20 minutes. Thomas heaved and he hauled. "How are you pulling so easily?" 30 years I spent. I'm kidding. 1 year I spent. I'm joking. 1 month I spent arranging coaches for the big engines, then pulling them away. You're as light as feathers to me." Soon the engine was free. He was shocked. "You have a good spirit, tank engine. What's your name?" "My name's Thomas, but we don't have any time to waste. We have to head to the dock so we can hop on a ferry so the World War doesn't blow us up." Thomas fussed into the station. "What? You guys are on the boat? You were supposed to wait for me." "We're sorry, little tank engine." Well, mostly me. "I'm sorry, little tank engine, but I held them off for as long as I could. But then they said this was the final boat." "What about friends don't leave friends behind?" said Thomas. He began to cry. "And," said the green engine, "he did want to help that derailed engine off. And he is our friend." "You're right. What am I doing? Oh, driver, throw down the chain." The little red engine's fireman threw down a big, long chain. It was very, very long. "I'm sorry," said the red engine, "but it only has enough weight for one engine, or else it will snap." "You should go, Thomas," said the austerity tank engine. "No, I'm not going to leave you. I saved you for a reason," said Thomas. "You saved me. Allow me to save you. I'll catch the next ferry." "But what if another one doesn't come?" "Then that will be my problem." Thomas was all hitched up. Thomas was hooked up. Thomas sadly watched as the boat departed. He looked down at his new friend. As they were leaving, an explosion cried out. Thomas shut his eyes, and a tear rolled down his face. He didn't dare open his eyes to see what had happened. Off the boat they went. Into the unknown, that is. But that's another story.